that you will stay for the King. The Bridge Network City Church, Canada, is based in Vancouver at the moment, where we're starting out. And we believe so strongly in connecting to each other, to community, and of course to God. And to be a part of this, everything you need to know about how to give, how to support, how to contact us is right there on the screen in front of you. The number is 1-604-600-7940. The website is thebridgenetwork.ca. We look forward to hearing from you. We thank you so much for being part of what we're doing today. And remember, the Bridge Network City Church Canada is here just for you. God bless you. Welcome. This is the Bridge Network City Church Canada. We're so glad that you're here with us today. Our vision is outstanding life and service to God, transforming the world. We invite you to come for the word, and we know that you will stay for the kingdom. The Bridge Network City Church, Canada, is based in Vancouver at the moment, where we're starting out. And we believe so strongly in connecting to each other, to community, and of course to God. And to be a part of this, everything you need to know about how to give, how to support, how to contact us is right there on the screen in front of you. The number is 1-604-600-7940. The website is thebridgenetwork.ca. We look forward to hearing from you. We thank you so much for being part of what we're doing today. And remember, the Bridge Network City Church Canada is here just for you. God bless you. Welcome. This is the Bridge Network City Church Canada. We're so glad that you're here with us today. Our vision is outstanding life and service to God, transforming the world. We invite you to come for the word, and we know that you will stay for the kingdom. The Bridge Network City Church, Canada, is based in Vancouver at the moment, where we're starting out. And we believe so strongly in connecting to each other, to community, and of course to God. And to be a part of this, everything you need to know about how to give, how to support, how to contact us is right there on the screen in front of you. The number is 1-604-600-7940. The website is thebridgenetwork.ca. We look forward to hearing from you. We thank you so much for being part of what we're doing today. And remember, the Bridge Network City Church Canada is here just for you. God bless you.
Welcome to church. This is the Bridge Network City Church Canada. My name is Olumide Olaliko. I'm the resident pastor of the Bridge Network, Nigeria. Welcome to church again this Sunday. The month is gradually going to an end again, and the year is fast moving. This month, we've been looking at the topic purpose-driven. Find your truth and embrace your ambidextrous calling. Find your truth and embrace your ambidextrous calling. And we've listened to a series of perspectives from different ministers right from the beginning of the month. I think with Pastor Francis opening the month, and last Sunday we had Women Mother's Day with quite an interesting perspective from one of our pastors in Nigeria here, Ms. Jelabi. And this Sunday, we're still looking at this topic, but from another perspective, from one of our pastors here in Nigeria, Pastor Kunle Akinwale. We actually looked at an interesting topic because the topic, purpose, answers to the question why. And in this particular ministration, it looked at the topic, the why difference. And believe you me, once you understand the why you are here, because that is the question that purpose answers, it helps you to just stay on course. And more importantly, it also helps, it gives you a whole lot of options which is what ambidextrous calling is really all about. That you have options. There is a versatility that you have to be able to do, achieving the same purpose, possibly using different means. And this morning, I just wanted to relax, sit back, listen to this message. But just take time, listen to this message, because it's actually a business teaching this morning that Pastor Kunle has brought to us. And afterwards, I will be back to round off the service this morning. God bless you.
You see, the beauty of church, the Bible says, where 2 or 3 are gathered in His name. So we are already certified. All right? And you see, I'm going to talk this morning on the why difference. You know, we're looking at this month for first service, purpose driven. And purpose answer the questions, or it answers one question: why? Why are you here? And all of that. All right. So I'm going to be talking about the why difference. You know, some of my topics are very strange, but why makes a difference. So I want to talk about the why difference this morning, and I believe it's going to be a blessing to you. As much as possible, anytime I'm privileged to speak, you know, because I'm in the field, I'm not in school. I've left school, you know, even though you are still in school, but I'm not in the field. So you know, it's not just those things that we are teaching anymore. They are the things that our aunts have handled, or the word of truth. So when I'm talking to you, I'm not talking from theoretical perspective. I'm talking to you. It's like me and you at war now. We are in the war front. I'm not talking to you, okay, let's attack like this and we are on paper. No. We are in the war front. You get what I'm saying now? So that's the mode at which I teach now, because I'm actually in the war front, so I'm not teaching theory. So what I want to show you this morning is something I believe can help you to create some difference in your business. And so I think it was 2 or 3 Sundays ago, somebody was teaching and was talking about employee and all of that. There's something different for employee, something for difference for business. Let me say this: whether you are an employee or you are working, you are in business. Your life is your number one first business. You know, surprise me that people think, so because I'm working in a company, I'm not in business. You are in business. You are businessing your life. Kiyosaki said, when you are in school, they check your report card. They say, when you graduate, what do they check? Your report card is a sign that you are doing well in school. I mean, what is the sign that you are doing well in real life? No, your bank statement. Now, you own that bank statement. Everybody does. So that's why this is a real conference. The last L there is life. So I'm not talking to you about anybody in business or anything. I'm talking to everybody. Whether you're an employee, part-time, full-time, as long as you are not under your parent, it means you have your own bank statement. And if your bank statement is not speaking well, that's why we're here this morning. Your bank statement must be speaking well. You know, how can somebody's bank statement still be in here? Your bank statement should be like GSM number. You understand what I'm saying? Don't add code yet. 080. That's our. So, if your bank statement is not speaking like that, then you have to do something about it. So let's go this morning, talk about the why difference. And listen, you see, when you have a why, it can affect your bank statement also. I'm going to go through this morning. I'm going to start very fast with a review. Remember, you know, every time I speak, I try to come back and do like a review. Maybe if you remember the last time I spoke here, maybe like last month, one of the things I spoke about was bridging the knowing-doing gap. And one of the things we looked at was the fact that 88% of wealthy people reported that they spent at least 30 minutes every day on reading and self-development. 63% listen to audiobooks when they are committed to work every day. I showed you this last time, Abby. So let me ask you, Have you started spending 30 minutes every day to read? Please listen to me. You can see all these empty seats now. By the time we do first service, some of them will be occupied. Abi, you are occupying these seats now. That means you are like paying an extra price. Don't waste it. Hello? Don't waste it. Please. All these things I'm showing you, or you are privileged to know, these are simple things that people do. Listen, it's not great things that make great people. It's simple things. The problem is that even those simple things, people don't do it. How many hours a day do they read? How many hours a day? Just 30 minutes. If you sit down on Instagram, before you say Jack Robinson, you have spent how many minutes? 2 hours is gone. By the time you watch like Woli Agba's skits with what's his name now? Lipopotamus, what's his name? What's that? His colleague? Woli Agba's colleague. Dele, you watch the Woli Agba and Dele, you watch a remote. I mean, what now? I don't know. Remote at this new car. What is that his car now? He's using 30 minutes to read. This is why I'm bringing this back, because listen, guys. Me, I know it's one of the hardest things to do in life. People don't do it. That's why I'm bringing it back again. Please, 30 minutes a day. The link between academic failure and delinquency, violence and crime is welding to reading failure. Data backs it up. 85% of juveniles who interfere with juvenile court system are functionally illiterate, and over 70% of inmates in American prison cannot read beyond 4th grade. I showed you last time. Poverty and illiteracy are friends. Poverty and what? Illiteracy. You know what the Bible says? It said an heir, as long as he is a child, different not from a slave, though he owns everything, he is placed under tutors and governors until the time is mature. He is placed under who? Hello? Who is he placed under? Tutors. That means without learning, without growth, an heir who is supposed to be the president remains a what? A slave. Please. You can see it here. This is data. This is not just Bible now. Data is showing it. Some of those guys in prison, they are supposed to be kings, but they are in prison because they cannot read. 90% of welfare recipients are what? They are high school dropouts. 90% of people who beg cannot read. They didn't go to school. And what I'm telling you now, don't be thinking of yourself alone. Especially if you are a parent, start thinking of the next generation. How can you install the reading spirit into your children? Because reading is a spirit, or let's say an habit. Let's use that business terminology. Reading is an habit. You know, what's his name now? This American doctor that splitted the first Siamese twins, joined here. Ben Carson. Ben Carson became Ben Carson because their mother forced them to what? To read. There would have been no Ben Carson. He would have been in prison. He's a black boy. He would have been in juvenile prison. So if reading is connected to success, why don't people read? Some of them fail, but they will still not read. And not reading is also equals to what? Failure. Please, I want to beg you, your financial situation cannot change unless you change some things. Yeah, you see, I don't know whether believers are still waiting for a miracle. God doesn't do some miracles. God operates by T and C. Times are what? You know, I wish people can understand. Then every time you say, God, I need this, by the time you finish, you say, terms and conditions apply. You are wasting your time. If you don't apply, read the terms and conditions. I was watching, there's this new movie on Amazon Prime. What's this black actor now that acted Bad Boys? What's his name now? Martin Lawrence. He was a police guy. So they went to somebody's shop to go and do a search. Like there's evidence there. When you can search, so the guy asked, where's your warrant? So he just brought out the paper and showed the guy. And he went and did what he wanted to do. So when he got out, his partner asked him, he said, where did you get warrant? He said, I always have a fake one with me. He said, nobody reads it. He just waved something fake. That's how a lot of us are operating in life. You don't read it. Terms and conditions. And guess what? Time is going, sir. Time is going. If reading is so connected, and listen, even when you read our Bible, which is the believer's instruction manual on how to succeed in life, reading is critical in it. He said, this book of the law shall know what? Depart from where? From your mouth. Now let me tell you, in those days, remember, they were not writing, they used to cram. Listen, that Bible you are seeing, before they invented writing, they used to cram it and transfer it to the next person. That's how the Bible was learned. Have you seen this book, this movie, the book of Eli? Have you seen it? The guy crammed what? The whole Bible, Genesis to Revelation. So in those days, they used to cram. So when you are old, you will call your children, oh yeah, this is it. Genesis, by then Amos be the person will cram it and give. Are you getting me now? Until you're able to write it down. So when they say this book of the law should not depart from your mouth, it means you must have had it. Then you do what? Meditate on it when? Day and night. That you might observe to do according to what is written therein. And then you can have what? Very simple. Terms and conditions apply. Terms and conditions apply. Now let me quickly show you this. What is the formula for wealth? Wealth is equal to physical resources plus what? Technology. And please, this is very important now. Wealth is equal to physical resources plus technology. What's physical resources? We have things like what? Land, water, and what? And several other physical resources we have. And remember in those days, the reason why they used to go to war, in short, even this formula you are seeing is even of recent, maybe like last 100 years. Earlier, listen, if you want to become rich in those days, what do? You go to your enemy and do what to them? You kill them to collect their what? Physical resource, because in those days, wealth was equal to physical resource only. Land, yes. Farm, that's physical resource. That was all wealth was before. So people were killing themselves to have wealth. But as things were moving, wealth now became physical resource plus what? Technology. Now, I hope everybody here understands this my graph. Every graph always have two variables, yes or yes? You can't have a graph with one variable. Even there are some graphs with 3 or 4 variables now. So this graph has 2 variables. T is what? Technology. P is what? Physical resource. Now, in the 30s, wealth used to be high physical property, physical resources, and low what? Technology. Even before, it was zero technology. Now, why is wealth here? If you look at my graph, at this level, technology is low. At this level, physical resource is what? It's high. I'm taking you to business school now. This graph now, your brain should be able to interpret it in less than 2-3 minutes. If your brain cannot interpret it, you don't take when you don't come out for school. You need to wake up. Now, if you go up there in the 80s, wealth became high physical resources and high what? Which means as you are increasing physical resources, you need to increase technology. If not, you can never become rich. But guess what? We are now living in an age where you don't need any physical resource. All you need is what? Technology. That's why a domain can be more expensive than a piece of land. There are some domains now, if you want to buy them, it's $20,000. What is a domain? www.michaelakinwale.com. There are some domains, if you want to buy it, you see it, $50,000. What are you buying? Anything physical? No. All is spiritual. So this is the new technology. This is the where we are living now. Low physical resource. I what? That's why. So listen to me. If you want to become wealthy now, stop focusing too much on physical resource. I'm not saying land. All this is not important. But now, focus more on what? T. Money is in T now. The guy we listened to at, I think it was 2 weeks ago when Pastor played the video for us on, what's that conference now? The platform. The guy that spoke from what company now? Flutterwave. Can you see Flutterwave? Who can see Flutterwave? But they've attracted billions of dollars in funding. Hello? Flutterwave, the value of Flutterwave, I'm sure if they have a property, the property will be 0.00 cost of their value. But let's look at GTB, for instance. Most of the asset of GTB, you'll be surprised, is land and what? And property. Oh, we have 50 branch, 60 branch, all these branches, they are, they're counting value. But Flutterwave is counting. Who knows OPay here? But I heard it's bigger than most of our banks now. You know OPay? Where is the physical? Do they have you ever seen physical bank of OPay? So you don't need physical resource anymore. T. Everything has become T now. Even when you try to go to the future, T will be coming down. T will be coming down lower, and sorry, this P will be getting to 0, and T will be going higher. That's the future. I just want to bring it to our notice. So if you are here, you are still thinking, let me buy land. I'm not saying don't buy land. You are wasting your time. We are not in the age of buying land again. We are in the range of buying ideas. To be carnally minded is what? Is dead. To be spiritually minded. When I say spiritual, I'm talking technology. Because you can't see technology. So it's a spiritual thing. To be spiritually minded is life and peace. We are in that age now. You say, why we look at the things that are seen, but the things that are not seen? For the things that are seen are temporal. The things that are not seen, they are eternal. Technology. If you are sleeping, wake up. People are moving. Listen, out of, I wish I brought that data here. Out of the about 1.something billion, about 1.25 billion dollars that has been raised in Nigeria in tech funding, 80-something% of it was raised in Lagos. Abuja raised maybe about 10 how many percent. All the rest of Nigeria share the rest. Where is Ibadan? Where is your own tech fund? Do you know how much they are investing in tech fund now? Ideas. I and my friend were doing a research last week on some of the top tech companies in Africa and how much funding they have attracted. You'll be surprised. Simple ideas backed with technology. $30 million attracted. Convert it to Naira. $30 million attracted, seed funding, into something that is invisible. Bible says, except you are like little children, you can't enter what? Please, if you are old here, forget being old. Start thinking like a little child. Because to them, God has given the kingdom. Because I know some of you are saying, it's not my time. It's not, it's your time. The idea we need can come from you. So there's nothing like I'm old. You can only be old in body, you can't be old in your mind. Your mind is always new every morning. Bible says, while our outer body what? Perisheth, our inward man is renewed when? Every day. While our outward man is perishing, our inward man is renewed every day. Are you with me this morning? Please try and be here. Try and be here. I've never even started my message yet. I hope I can get to my message this morning. I'm just doing I'm like motivating you first. Now look at the sheer speed of technological change in our time. In the 1930s, there were 30 million farmers in America, barely producing enough food for 100 million people. By 1980, there were only 3 million farmers left, producing more than enough for 300 million people. Now, 30 million could not feed 100 million. Now, 3 million is feeding 300 million. Why? Is this because they acquired more farmland? No! It's because farmers got more technology and increased their productivity per farmer 45 times their productivity. Can you see what I'm saying? Technology. W is PT, I've told you that already. Explains how the difference between business could amass great wealth by focusing either on P or what? Or T. In retailing, during the 1980s and 90s, Sears and JCPenney attempted to grow by getting more physical resources, more stores. How can you want to grow a supermarket by opening branch in 2023? You're wasting your time. But Sam Walton, founder of Walmart, focused instead on using technology to increase sales per square feet in his existing store from $100 per store value to $300 per store value. Walton's strategy soon made Walmart the largest retailer, employer, and company on the planet. Technology. Alagbara ni ologo julo. You have to inject technology to your business. Everything can improve. Everything with technology. You don't even need human beings. Listen, we used to do adverts online, and then we invite people for a webinar. So we call it online to online advertising. Are you getting me now? I invite you for a webinar with an online advert. So guess what? One day, when we were doing some market research, we now discovered there was a website where a guy will invite you for a webinar, but that webinar they've created in such a way that you think it is a live webinar, but it is recorded. So when we invite people for webinar, we say next week Thursday is the webinar. So we advertise from next week Wednesday. It didn't make sense. When I now saw this guy's strategy, he didn't need to wait to do webinar next week. Every time you come and register, you can attend the webinar now. And you program it as if you are attending the webinar live. And it's not live. It's all recorded. So you don't wait again, because waiting is wasting of time. Technology. Look at this data. It will help your ministry a little bit. Now, wow. My time is all gone. I've never started. What is AI? Is God. we're going to the future. Anytime people see technology, they see devil. I'm seeing God. Because devil didn't create anything, God created it. What is AI? Is God? You don't know that's God? Have you ever looked at human being? You don't know human beings, the most advanced AI. AI that can create AI. Hey, AI or AI. Only wow. God is great. Let me show you something very fast. Amazon's business model is shopping. After you shop, they will do what? They will ship to you. But they have AI. The AI suggests items that you will want to buy. At present, Amazon's AI is doing a reasonable job considering the millions of items on offer. Now, if you shopped on Amazon before, let's say you want to buy a shoe. Immediately you are looking at that shoe, Amazon will start suggesting similar shoes for you. Say, okay, you might like this one also. People that bought this shoe also bought this shoe. Oh. Remember, if you are buying this monitor, you need this stand. Oh. Yo, this monitor needs this kind of computer. It will start suggesting. That's his job. He's not doing it by mistake. He's doing it by looking at you, what you are doing. Now, for the sort of experiment, imagine that the Amazon AI collects more information about us. In addition to our searches and purchasing behavior on the website, it also collects our data that you can find online, including social media and what you do offline. All right, as you are shopping or your shopping behavior, even when you go to food court. Are you getting me now? The AI can pick all this data and add everything together. What is the AI able to do? Look at what it's able to do. Now imagine this AI uses that data to improve its prediction, and the prediction becomes sufficiently accurate that it becomes more and profitable for Amazon to ship your goods that it predicts to you, and it will ship it to you because it thinks you want it. It predicts you will want and then shop in the comfort of your home. So this changes Amazon business model from shopping then shipping to shipping before shopping. So they know what you want to buy for. He said before you ask, I have what? I have heard you. He said, while you are speaking, I what? Can you see God here? Before you ask, I have heard. AI will be doing it. While you are speaking, the goods are already in your house. So you just wake up in the morning and say, my son, I think we need to buy so and so. Next day, the thing has come to your house. You didn't ask for it to. Because they know there's probability you will buy, but they won't do it in Nigeria yet. They do it places where people. So you can have an idea where we are going. We've not started. The game has not started. Amazon is not here yet, but you can see from this image, they're already working it. What you want before you want it. And it's not guesswork. AI predicting what you want before you want it. And only wow. Guys, that's where we are going. That's where we are going. Now let me just do a summary for 2-3 minutes and I close. Are you with me? Into what we're talking about. I'm talking this morning about the why difference. Why is why very important in business decision. Now, when you are starting a business or you want to do a business analysis, there are 3 major things that people normally ask for business. Number 1, who is our customer? Number 1, what do we sell to that customer? And how do we either manufacture or sell it to the customer? Who, what, how? Very important questions. If you don't have them, don't start a business. What are you? Who is it? Who is the customer? We call it profiling of the customer. Number 2, what are you selling to that customer? Number 3, how do you sell to the customer, or how do you manufacture it? But another important question that really helps to blow up your business now is the question of what? Why? Case scenario, let's quickly look at this who now. Do you know IKEA? Do you know IKEA? IKEA is a furniture, just like, what's their name now? This Chinese furniture one we have in Nigeria here. LifeMate. You know the furniture LifeMate. So idea is like that, but idea is more advanced. Now, this is the traditional store, and that's IKEA. Now, what is the purpose of this analysis? Every time you are starting a business, it's possible you have competitors in that business, Abi? Now, if you cannot separate what you are offering differently in your business, don't start. For instance, if they are already focusing on that, who is different that you are offering to? If there's no difference, that means you're not having a business. What are you offering differently? And how are you offering it differently? So this is what we call like a competitive analysis between your business or the traditional business and what you are starting. Case scenario. Let's look at ShopRite and Foodco. Is there a difference in who? Their target audience. Is it different? Foodco and ShopRite. Is there a difference? What's the difference, man? Help us. Foodco, but ShopRite lower class. Everybody. But I think Foodco too is cheaper than ShopRite now. Foodco is cheaper in some things. Yes, sir. Plenty places, but ShopRite is just one or two in every city. So that is not even who now. That is how. That is the how. You can say, okay, I want to beat ShopRite by opening store everywhere. You know, the thing about, let me tell you, that business strategy is good, but the problem is that a ShopRite, for instance, abroad, doesn't just stay big and stay at ShopRite. They will now open ShopRite, they call it, how does this guy call their own? Maybe on the go, ShopRite on the go. So they open small shop, ShopRite everywhere. So while they are competing with you on the big one, they also compete with you on the how. So you have no competitive advantage. Can you give me a business that's into supermarket that's been able to create a different who, for instance, in this Ibadan? Ma? Pinnacle. Okay? Do you want to know Pinnacle? What's the difference between Pinnacle and Foodco? Because Pinnacle is just one store now, like ShopRite. Wholesales. So it's more of wholesale. All right? So that is how also. It's the same person that can buy in ShopRite can buy in Pinnacle. So it's just how they deliver business is different. So I'm looking at who. You see, these are the analysis you have to do for your business first. If your target audience is the same, maybe your what has to be different, or your how has to be different. But now, to really expand your business and to give it the real competitive edge, you now have to look at why. Why are we even doing this business? You'll be surprised. Your why can be your greatest competitive advantage. To innovate and make a difference, you need to ask the why question. And guess what? The why question is the toughest question to answer. Why? Why are we doing this business? Why are we in this business? By the time you sit down for a week to find why, you will notice that you can create a real competitive advantage that makes your business come out totally differently. To make a difference, it's about a sense of purpose and what? Intention. It answers the questions why. It comes from within and an individual quality. Is what I'm saying now. So before you go into any business, you have to sit down. Why? Why? Answer that why. Don't just answer the who. Some of us never even do what how. Why? He that wants to build a tower, he has to what? Sit down to do analysis. And one of the analysis you have to do now is why. Why? Let me talk about this company for 1 minute, then I just stop. I won't be able to finish. TransferWise, there's a company called TransferWise. TransferWise is a UK company, and TransferWise was founded out of what? What's the first point there? Frustration. Number two, 0% of global market. They were able to achieve 0% of global market, which is about 3 billion in 2018. They were able to achieve 4 million customers, even bigger than HSBC. In 2018, 1% to spend money, 1% to send money, which is 10 times cheaper than a lot of banks and competitors. Let me ask you, what is making OPay and all these pay guys deal with the bank? Don't you think about number one is one of the reasons? Are you not frustrated with all the banks? You do transfer will fail. You go to bank, long queue. People, OPay doesn't have time for that. Transfer, I know they fail most of the time. Frustration. And that's because of that why they are dealing with all the banks now. All the banks are beginning to wake up. Are they not waking up now? When I see anybody with bank POS, I say, "What, are you okay? What are you doing with the bank POS?" Bank POS is the fail. OPay, no, they fail. And guess what? Less charges. Yes or yes? Yes. Less charge. Frustration. No, no is less now. No is less. Frustration. Listen, look at your environment right now. What are the things you are frustrated about? You know, one problem we have that we say, "What is my why?" Forget your why first. What are you frustrated about? That's a why. Somebody are waiting. What is my purpose? What is my why? Okay, leave all that first. Bible says, as they went, God was working with them. They had to wait first. Went with your frustration that you have first. It's a why. Money without borders, instant, convenient, transparent, and convenient, free. This is how they were able to dominate transfer industry. Look at their market share in 2019. Look at it here. Where's the at the top? You can see MoneyGram. You know MoneyGram. You see where they did that? Western Union. You see where they did? What's this one now? Wise. See their market share from nowhere. Frustration. Why? Look at how MoneyWise from zero. See, in 2016, MoneyWise was here. Western Union was here. Do you all know Western Union? By 20 what? See where they are. Wise is now beating Western Union. They are not TransferWise again. They are now called Wise. They've rebranded to Wise. They are Wise. So my question is this: what is your why? If you can find a strong why, I can tell you, you can build a strong business model that you can use to dominate and beat anybody. If they told you anybody can beat First Bank, can you believe it? But people are frustrated, and you can see the results. So your purpose, your why, number one, you can sit here. After you found why, then you have to what? Your what? Analysis. And then synthesis. So what? Please, this is a business school. I know I said it the last time I spoke here, when they were asking me, how do we make everybody read? I wish they can all register us by force. Listen, nothing great happen willingly. Everything great happened by force. Since the day of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered what? And the violent took it by what? Listen, to even get your salvation, Jesus Christ had to die. You think it's easy to die? You have to go and die and see first. Why am I saying that? We see some of us, we like this, I don't want anybody to restrain me. Restraining is good. If you are not restrained, you can never be free. They asked Mike Tyson, when it has been the best time of your life? He said, my 3 years in prison. Yes. He said, my 3 years in prison were the best time of my life. When was he saying? So I wish they can register us. By force, 8 o'clock, you must be here. So that you can go through a business curriculum. How do you analyze, synthesize? And we can come up with business models that we can start funding from here. Listen, if you have a good idea, I will fund it, sir. What are you talking about? I will fund it. How much do we need first? We need 5 million. Oh yeah, let's raise 5 million. Let's fund this guy. Instead of raising money for all the rubbish we raise money for. Some of them are not rubbish, but they are rubbish when you compare to this one. We say somebody has a project, man. We need to raise 5 million this Sunday. And we raise 3 million. Say, yeah, okay, let's go and start this business. In the next maybe 5 years, that business is $1 billion. Is it not better money raiser? So we can start an incubator business model here. But it's not going to happen randomly. It's going to happen if we can create a structure for it. Because what I'm showing you this morning, they are called business school trainings. That we can sit down to start businesses and begin to prosper with them. Is somebody blessed this morning? Is somebody blessed this morning? Hallelujah. Who joins together for Jesus is worthy. Amen. My time is up, since
Hallelujah.
Welcome. This is the Bridge Network, City Church, Canada. We're so glad that you're here with us today. Our vision is outstanding life and service to God, transforming the world. We invite you to come for the word, and we know that you will stay for the kingdom. The Bridge Network City Church, Canada, is based in Vancouver at the moment, where we're starting out. And we believe so strongly in connecting to each other, to community, and of course to God. And to be a part of this, everything you need to know about how to give, how to support, how to contact us is right there on the screen in front of you. The number is 1-604-600-7940. The website is thebridgenetwork.ca. We look forward to hearing from you. We thank you so much for being part of what we're doing today. And remember, the Bridge Network City Church Canada is here just for you.